Thank you so much for your time, Tony.
Hi, Sharon. Tonight, we're diving into the LA fires.
Yes, it's a tragic situation unfolding in the city.
And it's shocking. The size of the burned area has been compared to the size of San Francisco. Is she right?
That really puts the scale of the size into perspective.
So what do you think?
Like what you mentioned, they need to rebuild, and quite a lot of materials are needed, like you said, anything you can imagine.
This means a lot of business opportunities for people, for anyone looking to cash in on this opportunity, right? Now, I heard that Newsom, the governor, is planning to build high-rise apartment buildings in place of the burned area. I saw this online. Not sure if it's true or not, but if it is, that's a stupid idea.
Yes, I heard of that as well.
Because if a fire comes, it keeps coming back, right? There's a movie called The Towering Inferno. You heard about the movie?
The one with Paul Newman?
Yes. The Towering Inferno. It's a movie where a towering skyscraper catches fire. A classic Hollywood film, right?
Yes. Do you think the fire will return next year, even stronger?
It seems like this will keep happening for almost 10 years. Every year, I bring up this topic and ask, why don't the people consider living in mobile homes?
You are absolutely right on the mobile home idea.
So, when the fire comes, they just drive their home away. Yes, I remember. And they come back. I talk about this every year. Nobody pays attention. I think Musk is probably the only person who could say this, but I'm afraid he might be a little hesitant because people would say, hey, Musk, why are you late to donate your mobile home to LA? So he's probably being a bit cautious, right? But it's still feasible. But let me tell you, it is not the best idea. So where does LA go in the future? It's go to the ocean, go to the water, because water is the best counter.
To fight the fire.
Now, if you don't believe me, just look at this. There's a city in the Middle East that's built on top of the water. Do you know which city that is?
Do you mean Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai. It's easy. China now is pumping the earth and sand, and they built islands overnight. That makes Americans nervous. They are building cities, actually.
Yes. Japan and Hong Kong have done it a lot. They've even built airports on water.
On the ocean, right? It's time for LA to reclaim the ocean instead of staying there. And of course, you know what? The place that burned down the old LA area, let's build a new tech city, a city of the future, a city that floats. This city will be built with fully water and fire-resistant materials. So next year or the year after, LA should be fireproof. If you don't build LA fireproof, there's no way it will come back to you again. Of course, it is common sense. Don't you think so?
Yes, especially with the air so dry, and they keep having these fires every single year.
We talk about climate change. The fires are going to double. They'll be burning the size of 2 San Franciscos in the years to come, right? So, it's time for humans to reclaim the ocean. We move to the ocean. Build a city, I tell you, not above the ocean.
Do you mean into the ocean?
Under the ocean. I think logically it's a principle. You can ask an accounting expert to figure out whether it's cheaper to build LA under the ocean or build LA in the same place. If they build it in the same place, the insurance companies will not insure it anyway. So the only option for LA is to build the city of the future, a city that can float, a city that can run. If you can't make one home run, make the whole city run. We're talking about movable cities. That doesn't mean the entire city, of course. We can divide LA into maybe 500 districts, with each district being a cluster of houses. People live in these clusters of houses, and each cluster is like a module. This module is replaceable, movable, you can just remove it. Then you can build overnight. That's it. In America, there's no lack of technology or talent, right? My suggestion is that the original place will not be covered by insurance. I will ask the insurance company to invest instead.
To build a new city?
Yeah, I will invite the insurance company to invest. And we'll build a new LA city. Maybe we'll have 300 districts or maybe 200 districts, with each district being a module. Again, part of the project will extend to the ocean. We'll have a city above the water, like a ship, a big ship. Yes, Americans can build a carrier, right? They could build one 10 times the size of a carrier, and people could live on it. That is to say, we used to have a university on the ocean. I remember they took a retired warship and turned it into one on the ocean.
I saw something like that before.
But why not? We could build something 10 times the size of a carrier. It could house 5,000 people, 50,000 people, or even 500,000 people. And they all live on this giant ship. They work on the ship, eat on the ship, and even go to school and the hospital on the ship. It's a massive floating city. And this setup is expandable. You don't need to build a larger single ship. Instead, they link multiple ships together, creating a big ship city. And that is the future home, the future city on the ocean. You could also build a city under the ocean. We've already seen ocean museums and aquariums built beneath the water.
I guess history repeats itself. America may be building the new Atlantis.
Everything's possible. Don't you think it would be a good idea to let people share and connect with each other?